everybody. Before the noise of the day begins and before responsibilities, the arguments and the headlines and everything demanding your attention, take a moment to simply breathe. You made it to another Sunday, and sometimes that is worth more than we realize. Life has a way of convincing us that we always have to be moving. We have to accomplish more and earn more, fix more, prove more, and somehow become more than we are yesterday. But this morning, you don't have to prove anything. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to be grateful for what you have, even while you're still working toward what you want. Maybe this past week was difficult. Maybe something didn't go according to plan. Maybe you're carrying something that nobody else knows about. Or maybe you're worried about the future. Or maybe you're simply tired. Whatever it may be you're carrying, don't let it one difficult chapter convince you that the entire story is going to be difficult. Life changes and the circumstances change as well. People change, and sometimes the thing you're asking to escape becomes the very thing that teaches you how strong you are. And you may not understand everything happening in your life right now. You don't have to. Some answers take time. Some doors don't open when we want them to, and some paths make sense only after we've traveled them. So don't spend this morning punishing yourself for not knowing what comes next. You only need enough faith to take the next step. Not the next 100 steps, just the next one. There is something powerful about beginning again, and every morning gives us another opportunity to choose who we want to be. And Sunday gives us a chance to slow down long enough to remember that life is more than our problems. Look at what is still here. The people who love you, the lessons you've learned, and the mistakes that you've survived, the opportunities you haven't discovered yet, the conversations you haven't had, and the places that you haven't seen. The person you still becoming. There is more ahead of you than you can see from where you're standing today. So don't allow the temporary circumstances to make permanent decisions for your heart. If you're disappointed, keep going. If you're tired, rest, but don't surrender. If you've made mistakes, learn from them, but don't build your identity around them. And if you've lost something, allow yourself to grieve it. But remember that losing one thing does not mean you've lost everything. And sometimes life closes the door because we were never meant to spend the rest of our lives standing inside that room. And sometimes the next chapter begins quietly. There's no announcements, there's no dramatic moment, just a decision one morning to get up and try again. And maybe that's what today is for, not to solve everything and not to have every answer to the questions that are asked, but just to reset, to appreciate what is still good, and to remind yourselves that your life is still moving forward even when progress feels invisible. Be patient with yourself. You are not behind. You are not required to have everything figured out either. You are human, and becoming the person you've meant to be takes time. So this Sunday morning, put down the weight you've been carrying for a little while. Give yourself permission, like real permission, to be still. Be grateful for another day. Be present with the people around you. And when tomorrow comes, step into it with a clear mind and a steady heart. You don't know what this coming week will bring, but maybe it'll bring challenge, maybe an opportunity, maybe an unexpected conversation, or maybe something you've been waiting for. Whatever comes, meet it with courage, because you have already survived every difficult day that brought you to this point. Think about that. Every setback, every disappointment, every moment you thought that you couldn't handle, you've made it through, and you're still here, and that means something. So don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate tomorrow, and don't underestimate what can happen when you keep moving forward, even slowly. This Sunday, choose peace over panic, gratitude over compassion, and patience over frustration, or purpose over distraction. And not because life is perfect, like I said before, but because life is still worth living fully. There is still beauty in ordinary moments, and there is still kindness in other people. There are still possibilities in tomorrow, and there is still time to become the person you want to be. So take a breath, look around, and whatever happened yesterday is finished. Whatever happens tomorrow is not here yet, but this moment belongs to you, and maybe that's enough. Good morning, have a peaceful Sunday, and whatever this next week brings you, walk into it knowing that you don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to keep going. One day, one choice, one step at a time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Sunday. Peace.